This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
2 weeks before Vengeance, Jericho is scheduled to put over Austin clean in the middle of the ring on Raw when Jericho brings this up to Heyman. Heyman tells him to just do it and put on the best match he possibly can. At this point, is it already decided Jericho is going over, to your knowledge? Do you have any knowledge of this at this point?
I think Vince is probably the only one that knew what he really wanted to do. But a lot of us, because of the on-again, off-again, false starts, things of that nature, didn't know that, that Chris would be offered that opportunity.
Okay.
So it was kind of a surprise. But Heyman gave Jericho the same advice I've been giving him. Here we are. God Almighty, don't make this pro wrestling and all of our ignorance and our insecurities and all that shit, man. Just go do your gig, run the play, score some touchdowns, get in that, let's go. And so consequently, that's kind of how it ended up. And I was happy to see it.
Jericho writes in his book that a week before Armageddon, Austin tells him congratulations and that he's going over for the title and that Jericho is beating Austin in the main event to win both titles and become the first undisputed champion. In your history, in your experience, JR, is it customary for a wrestler to tell another wrestler that?
It's not unusual.
Okay.
No, it's not unusual. There's no conspiracy here, Paul. I know we want to discover one or create one here for
just curious
adfreeshows.com and good old Conrad, but no, there's Steve is the kind of guy that would go to Vince and say, what's the finish going to be? Simple as that, man. And in other words, Austin wanted to put on the best. Austin's limited too, health wise.
Right.
He wanted to put on a match that he and had time to construct a match that he could execute. So that's not unusual for Austin had complete access to Vince anytime he wanted it. So what we're going to do, I'd like to get this match in my head. And Vince told him what he'd like to do. And he at that time he was measuring Steve. If Steve had shown any pushback, the match would not have gone down that way. But he didn't. Steve liked working with Austin. Or excuse me, Steve liked working with Chris
Jericho, yeah.
So,
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.